Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea is not facing a financial crisis. Papua New Guinea is facing a leadership crisis. We are an island of gold floating on oil powered by gas with a lot of poor people. Why? Because we have poor leadership since independence. The money to develop Papua New Guinea is not in Australia, not in Singapore, neither in Japan, nor in China, neither in the World Bank or International Monetary Fund. The money to develop Papua New Guinea is here in this country, but we need proper management. Leadership is all about management. Management is organizing, planning, controlling, and executing and achieving results instantaneously. Look at Singapore. Singapore migrated from third world nation to the first world within 40 years. When you see Singapore on the world map, it's a pencil dot with the name Singapore sticking out on the world map, but yet it's drinking coffee among big boys like China and US in the global economy. And Papua New Guinea, you see, an island of gold floating on all powered by gas, but the road of motor vehicles become fixed track and pregnant mothers are pushed out to the wheelbarrow. Constant blackout and people are lighting candles and sleep. Water and sanitation problem, and when malaria the protozoa gets into the drum water in the blocks, when they drink with malaria protozoa, the malaria protozoa bombards them and their legs swing like helicopter propellers. We are migrating from a crisis to a catastrophe. So I appeal to you, happy Republicans, be cautious of your decisions in 2022. Don't sell your word for money, like Esau did to Jacob. Esau told Jacob, what good will the birthright do to me? Give me food, I'm starving to death. And the food that he will excrete after 2 to 3 hours, he was swallowing and he sold the leadership away. You Republicans, you do these things by taking bribes. That's why the Chinese and the Asians are counting millions in the stores. My fellow Republicans, you counting tugunis with sticker tapes on the street. And when police chase you, you run like an innocent people and you bump widows here and there. Politics means power, but money means authority. In the Agan language we used to say, we Papua New Guineans, we are contesting for election in parliamentary elections and council elections, but look at the economy. They are owned by the Asians. They are owned by the foreign investors. They have the money. Politics means power, but money means authority. King Solomon said in Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 19, money talks. Politics is not mostly Hagen, or it's not mostly anywhere in Papua New Guinea, or mostly to hang us. That's not politics. That's like killing a mosquito with M16. Politics, it's a global scheme. The players are outside somewhere. Politics is London, New York, Washington, the rest of the earth. It's the British Empire that moves into the American Empire, trying to take over the whole world. It doesn't move in the gun and bomb system. It moves in the banking and finance system. It's a war between big banks in New York, Wall Street, and the Bank of England. It's the bankers. You think the Prime Minister is running the country? He's an idiot. He's not running the country. It's the international bankers that run it. How do they run it? They give loan to the government and they control policy. Whether it's a monetary policy or fiscal policy, they control it. You read your Bible. Most of you look like the devil. Spiritually, you're putting the jib of the process at the back of your house. You read your Bible from. Bible talks about going to heaven, only 10%, staying on earth 90%. People are trying to go to heaven and losing the earth to the devil. That's why corrupt men are becoming businessmen and they're buying guns, bombs, and grenades, weapons, ammunition, fighting World War, Civil War, trouble fights, and ethnic clashes. That's why corrupt men are voted into parliament and they make policies and pass the laws that are killing us and making us become poor, while making foreign investors become rich and they themselves become rich, while the Asians and the Chinese are counting millions in the stores. Our fellow Republicans are counting to finish with sticky tapes on the street. And look at the mining and the oil and the gas sector. It's owned by the foreigners. Look at Watut Gold, Hidden Valley, Morobe Mine, took over by the South African company called Harmony Gold. It's the 12th largest gold mining company on earth and it's listed in Johannesburg Stock Exchange in South Africa. It's owning the gold mine. Because we did not change the Mining Act 1992, Section 41, Subsection 2, Paragraph P. So Papua New Guineans, I appeal to you, 2022 is around the corner and we are some 11 months away. You better pull your strings and be cautious of whom you select. Don't sell a word for money like Esau did to Jacob, just selling the leadership away for a super whooping. It will excrete after 3 to 4 hours or after 2 hours.